If you're a lazy bastard like myself and practically die at any attempt at physical activity, then this is the game for you.
You can run around and be a total outdoor badass without even breaking a sweat.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
The game plays out in a dystopian future where everything is dull and grey. The world is at peace, but everyone and everything is being monitored, and nothing goes by without the government's approval. Every world has its rebels, however, and that's where you come in. You're starring as a sporty parkour practicing piece of tasty animated Asian ass, whose job in life is to transport and secure information and thingies for a client, calling themselves runners. Guess career has a different meaning in the future. The plot of the game goes along something like this. Fate's sister Kate is being framed for the murder on Poop.
Poop. John Pope. Poop.
The runner-up president candidate of La City. This takes Fate on an epic journey to find out who the real killer is and prove Kate's innocence. Mirror's Edge will take you through the city in its entirety, be it underground tunnels, sewers, construction sites, skyscrapers, and subways. As you may have guessed by now, this game is all about movement and control, which is something many games fail to deliver. It doesn't help if the game looks absolutely gorgeous. If the controls are lacking, you're going to have a bad time.
Doesn't matter if a girl is charming and beautiful in every way. If she comes packing downstairs, you're going to have a... Who keeps writing this shit?
The controls take some time getting used to, but once you get a hang of all the different moves, you will feel like a champ. The game is basically one big stage with different chapters. It also got cool animated comic-inspired cutscenes in between, to give a more detailed transition from chapter to chapter, which also gives you, most of the time, some kind of explanation or recap of what has happened in the chapter you just did. I could really have use for this in real life, you know?
What was I doing here again?
Reminder bot activated. Good morning, you bastard. You were about to get a glass of milk. Afterwards, you were to go to the bathroom and watch some clothes. Have a nice day.
Okay, thanks.
The objective of the game varies from stage to stage, though the usual goal is to get to point B from point A. You'll be tasked with stealing documents, listening to character conversations, meeting up with fellow runners, and climbing. And climbing. And climbing.
There you have it, Mirror's Edge for the PlayStation 3. It's a good game about good controls, with a rating of approximately 8 all across the board. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. Now, before I leave you this evening, I have one last bit of trivia for you. Now lean back, this is juicy.
When Mirror's Edge was released back in 2008, it did not go without any opposition or bumps in the road, however. Apparently, Tim Langdell, the founder of Edge Games, were in a dispute with EA about the rights to the word Edge. He proclaimed that he had legally watermarked everything that had to do with the word Edge, and that EA was now indeed releasing a game with an illegal title. EA, thinking this was utter rubbish, started something that would be an ongoing war between EA and Tim in court. EA made a petition which would force Edge Games to cancel many of its registrations corresponding with the watermark. Long story short, EA won the case and Tim was forced to revoke all bindings of the word.
What I make out of this is either, number one, this guy is a really money-orientated businessman. Number two, he's borderline insane and should be locked up in your dad's old poop cabin. I guess it really comes down to the franchise, how legit this could be. Take the Mario franchise, for example.
With a character in franchise so well known as the little Italian plumber from Brooklyn, you would never see a Mario game without Nintendo's seal of approval.
Auto Mario doesn't count. Even though the CDI was created in partnership with Nintendo. It sucks. It fucking sucks!
Those who would attempt this would find themselves neck deep in trouble. To quote the angry video game nerd, there would be lawsuits up the ass! But I digress yet again. Mirror's Edge is the game for you who wants speed and action, but who necessarily doesn't need a car game or a pew-pew like COD.
COD? Get it? Cause...
Pick it up and give it a shoot. It's a real heap of hoot.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Tiny Room Be a Gamer. I must be honest, I'm a bit embarrassed of how few movies I've actually been able to produce since the launch of my channel. And I said that this would be a regular show that I hope that you would enjoy. And a lot of stuff has been happening of late, and I really haven't been able to do just that. Which is something I hope that I will rectify now, and I can say this much. In September I will try and dish out 3 movies, and for October I have a special surprise for all of you, which will be a 4-episode special. So there's something to look forward to. But until then, continue being awesome. Hope you will stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of my room! Come on!